of the Historical Society of Forest Park. Welcome to our second history hangout. There's really not kind of a construct to this, so we appreciate everybody's involvement at whatever level you're comfortable. I'm most comfortable kind of watching because I don't know a lot about this, and that's why I'm on the board to learn more and hear. But again, to look at the list of names that are present, this is super exciting, and I look forward to seeing you more either on Zoom or in person as we move forward through the year. So thanks again.
I mean, mine, I'm next. So I'll go next. I'm Alexis Ellers. I'm the executive director of the Forest Park Historical Society of Forest Park. Yeah, we just wanted to have like kind of casual hangouts. I have some photos. We did an exhibit a few years ago, so I'll be referencing stuff from that. But if you have any input, any questions, you can either, shout it out, or you can type stuff into the little chat if you like don't want to interrupt or you don't want to turn your mic on or whatever. So feel free to use the chat also. And if I call your name, you don't want to introduce yourself, you can also use the chat too. All right. I think it's Greg, right? GR?
George. George Miner grew up in Forest Park in the 60s through mid 80s when I moved down here to Texas. But my family lived in Fort Worth, in Forest Park, probably about mid 30s till 01. And I go back when I can to visit friends and family.
All right, Sharon?
Hi, I'm Sharon Andrews, and I live in River Forest, and I'm interested in the history of the surrounding villages and cities.
Cool. Thank you. Kim?
Joel's asking for the password.
He's in already. What's he talking about?
That's what I said. Anyway, I'm Kimberly Adamai Hasagawa. I'm a newer member of the Historical Society Board. And like Mark, I'm definitely here to learn and not to share any history. But yeah, I'm excited to see so many faces, or at least so many names.
I was gonna call on Joel, but he is not here, I guess. Let me try and find him the password. Who else is up here? Bonnie, I know you're taking a snack, so feel free to skip if you want.
No, hi, I'm Bonnie. Yeah, I was having a snack. I just joined as of last month, so I'm a new Historical Society member. Looking forward to it. I don't know how to put a cat filter on like that guy, that lawyer guy. So I am not a cat, but I did the next best thing. I have a cat avatar. That's my cat dressed up as a. That's my cat dressed up as a giraffe. So
I thought I was wearing a little giraffe hat last time.
Yeah, he's wearing a giraffe hat. So all right, great to be here. Looking for.
Oh,
you got a
real cat.
Oh, he's cute. Yeah, very cute.
All right.
All right.
Galaxy A10E. I don't know if they know that's the name.
Oh, that might be me. I'm Robin Akers. I live in Forest Park. I've lived here since the mid 80s probably. I own a house on the south part of Forest Park that when I did some reconstruction found newspaper from the early 1900s. So I've always been fascinated with Forest Park history, and I just joined the Historical Society this week. So glad to be here and enjoy learning more about Forest Park.
Cool. Thanks for coming. Jennifer, I think this is the Jennifer who just became a member also.
Yeah, I just joined. I signed up for the Paul Robeson one a couple weeks ago. So then I started getting emails and I was like, oh, this sounds fun. And I recently in November, I started a cemetery Instagram. And then I started a cemetery blog so I could write about all the people I was learning about. And so far it's mostly, of course, Concordia because of the weather. a little bit of Forest Home. I traveled back when we could travel a bit. So some of them are from other like Père Lachaise but a lot of obviously local history, and it's been really fascinating. I'm getting to know everybody in Concordia, and what I want to do is try to find every one of the Eastland cemetery or Eastland headstones in Concordia and do a little story about those. So
I have a booklet with all their locations if you're interested.
oh yeah, that would be helpful because I've got the list from the Eastland site, and that way I could go around and find them more easily.
A 100-year booklet when I was a volunteer before I worked here. We located like all of them, and the ones in Concordia are pretty easy because it's like laid out in a logical way. But
Yeah,
the ones
like-
in Forest Home were like we were literally like counting our steps and then like turning and like counting
yeah.
steps the other way, and then it'd be like nothing, and you're like, how is there nothing here?
Well, and of course it doesn't help that with Forest Home, it's like, then we renamed it. So sometimes it says they were buried in Waldheim, and sometimes it says they were buried in Forest Home, and oh, it's the same place. It's not what I'm thinking it is.
Yeah.
And then I found somebody who's in Woodlawn, who I'm pretty sure got moved there because his death record says he was buried at Forest Home, and it would have been before the Eisenhower. So.
Well, you should email me your Instagram or your blog or whatever, and I can send you. Have you watched our Concordia virtual tour?
Not yet.
Yeah, we got a virtual tour on Concordia and Forest Home. We are hoping to have one on Jewish Waldheim in once everything's not under 2 people.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty hazardous, I'm sure, to walk through one of those cemeteries right now. You don't know what you're gonna hit.
Yeah, Concordia is pretty clear on obviously just the pathways, but yeah, I'm sure Jewish Waldheim is a real with his tiny narrow little paths and impossible access.
Man, we have to do a history hangout on cemeteries. I could talk about them forever.
Yeah.
All right, Willie. You there? Well, she might not be there right now, but she's on the board, so I'll call her out later. Andrew?
I'm sorry, I was on mute. We're having dinner, so we're sort of anonymously listening in at the moment, but can you hear me? Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I am I'm one of the board members. I'm actually the treasurer, and I've lived in Forest Park forever, 20 some years, and I just really enjoy all the interesting things we do all the time. So that's my 2-minute intro.
All right, Andrew, if you want. No pressure. All right, we'll move back to Joel. You're on mute though.
There I am. Hello. Sorry, I got here a little bit late.
Yeah, if you just want to give us a little introduction.
Yeah, so Joel Albright. I have lived in Forest Park since 2007. Joined the board last year. I'm a huge nerd of anything history, and Forest Park has a lot of it. And I'm always looking for stuff on eBay and all kinds of stuff to support my interest in Forest Park. I do have some stuff to show tonight from the amusement park, some tickets and stuff like that was given for the different rides. If we haven't already presented those, I got on here late, so sorry. I have one interesting piece that it has not arrived yet, but I'll explain later as we go into the different aspects of what was available at the amusement park for entertainment. So basically that's me, and I love the Historical Society. I love Forest Park. And I'm working on a project for probably the end of the year about the another interesting portion of Forest Park, the racetrack that was located basically where the Forest Park Mall is. The different aspects of that property from start to current. So that's that.
Nice. All right. I'm going to share. Let me see. So here's kind of my first the ticket. I just really love the lettering of Forest Park is like my favorite part of it. I know I always want to like turn I think that was like what I wanted the next shirt to be because I love the like logs of Forest Park. So the Forest Park Amusement Park opened in 1908. It was delayed because Concordia did not want them to build it. Oh, I should say it's basically where the I have a map. Oh, I might have a map of something I'm thinking of. I'll spy it. It's where the expressway is now, where like the CTA is. That was kind of the location for it. So it was right next to Concordia, and Concordia was not happy because they said all that screaming was gonna, bother the dead people. So they tried to hold it up for a while. I think I have a good picture of them digging it up. Let me see. Sorry, I didn't quite make a good presentation. Where's my other pictures on here? So yeah, they dug up the area. It was kind of held up against from the Lutheran church over there. Let me see if it'll let me share my screen. Here we go. So can you guys see that?
Mhm.
Cool. Oops, it made a weird box. So this is the digging. Is it laid out funny? I'm like, why is this laying funny? Yes, so oops. That was the digging of the amusement park. No, I guess the beach amusement park. And we're digging it with horses. Sounds
Wow.
cool. So it opened in 1908. The one little fun fact is we have, if you notice the gates, the entrance, the shape of the entrance, familiar. That is where we stole our logo from, got our logo influenced from. So that's the gate, the ticket gate.
Wow.
I love it. It's such like a distinct, cool looking building. Yeah, and then
The architectural element.
yeah, and then there's the fairgrounds, so you can kind of see where the train line was. There's Des Plaines, there's Wall Time. So it was like sandwiched between the two cemeteries. One thing I found really interesting that I looked at, like I didn't know, I was listening to, I don't know if anyone listens to 99% Invisible, but someone I know had an episode on it about baby incubators, which is when the hospitals didn't have anything for like premature babies, like they didn't have the equipment, but some doctor basically turned them into like a sideshow. But it was also like the best care you could get for your premature baby was to have it at like an amusement park.
Oh, man.
Oh my gosh.
So the babies were on
I've seen that map before.
but they got like excellent care, and otherwise they just didn't get, there wasn't any attention at the hospitals. They didn't have any equipment. I wish I could remember the doctor's name, but check out the 99% Invisible about it. It's super interesting. It happened all over. There was one in Minneapolis. I think there's a big one in Coney Island, and yeah, no neonatal ICU back in the day. You just
Wow.
go to the
The amusement park.
Amusement park.
Hope you live near one. They have a premature baby.
Let me pull up the next section. And you guys feel free to jump in. I'm sure Joel knows. some
So
stuff.
Alexis, is that ticket, is that like our collection or is that?
Yes, that's from our collection. That's a scan of it. There's a couple.
Joel, you got like a strip of tickets or something, right?
Well, I do have a strip of tickets and I got a couple of those postcards where you took a picture in.
Mm-hmm. It's funny, someone just emailed me today and was like, where is this picture of my parent, or like my great grandparents on this like train, but it doesn't really look like a train because it's got like house windows on it and it says like Forest Park Express or something. And I was like, oh, I think that's actually from the amusement park because that's not a real train. But it's like a porch basically with because I know they had like a boat one and they had like a different train. I can let me find those. I know they're on our website also. There we go.
Joel, yeah, why don't you show your strip of tickets?
Okay. So here is a strip of tickets. This was Alexis, was the last year 1922?
I think so. I have to look at the end of our.
So this was a coupon strip of the different rides you can go on. And of course, this is dated, I think, August 4th, 1922. And these are the different rides that you could go on, and you presented this voucher for the ride. I guess this is a 5-cent discount with these rides. So that's one of the things
Pneumatic tube.
it did.
Over the Alps.
Yeah.
A pneumatic tube. I can't do it. I can't imagine it now. Here, I think I have.
Like going through a bank teller line.
I'm gonna be taking the dips one, please.
Yeah, so that's kind of a black and white version. I don't know why it's scanned in black and white, to be honest. Historical society, you just get random things sometimes. But yeah, so that's kind of, it looks similar to yours, right, Joel?
Yeah.
Might be a different year.
Different year, of course, but there's no, on mine, of course, there's no Forest Park notation on there. However, it is from Forest Park. So I don't know. I know they went through different ownerships throughout the years on the amusement park. It was very kind of clunky when it was built. There was a fire. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure we're gonna go through all that, but
It's pretty sketchy at times.
Yeah.
I think one of the big attractions of it was that it was outside of the city and it was not as strictly enforced for like prohibition. So there was a lot of bars in it, and a lot of people would come out to Forest Park then and drink at the amusement park. And they had like raids and people be like running away. Which is a great plug if you like Prohibition history. Saturday, we're doing a virtual speakeasy and you can pick up drinks, and we'll have some videos on the drinks and videos on the history of Forest Park and the Prohibition era, which is like all this like weird little things where you're like, oh, that's why there's that weird shed behind this place, because it's a stairwell to a secret still. So yeah, we have a whole thing on that, which is pretty cool. Let me find. All right, we can talk about some of the rides. Let me pull those in. This is all casual. I come up with a slideshow like I probably should have. It's like whatever. I don't want to control the flow too much. So here's the giant safety coaster. There's all these like horror stories where people are like, and people just went to watch people die, and then there was like no record of anyone dying. So there's all these people who are like,
Well,
yeah,
that's good.
they just go and see people fall off, but there's like literally we couldn't find a single record of anyone dying there. They were all, I mean, they look.
The buildings, it's amazing. I mean, It just looks so massive.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Joel, do you remember which one got made smaller?
Made what now?
Made smaller. One of them, I feel like it was, they had a different name for it, and then I think it became this giant safety coaster because they had to shorten it because it wasn't safe enough.
Oh, okay.
Gosh.
I was
So
not aware of that, no.
here's the steeplechase, which is really wild. You
That
rode,
would be the lagoon, that would be the lagoon on the left, right?
I think so, because you kind of came like splashing. Yes, I think it's, no, this is the steeplechase here. I don't know what that one is.
Shoot.
Maybe that's the pneumatic, not the pneumatic tube.
No, someone just said it was the chutes, which makes
Steeplechase.
this is the steeplechase with the horses.
That's a steeplechase. Okay.
Can you imagine sitting on that thing as a ride?
With like three people. Ugh.
I should have said earlier when we were talking about the pneumatic tubes, when they dug up for the expressway, they found remnants of the pneumatic tubes underneath when they dug up for the expressway. Here's the Grand Canyon. That was another big kind of roller coaster. These aren't quite in the order. Yeah, there's the outside of it. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
I always wonder, as far as the quality of the materials that were used to initially build this, and you know, it had a fire here and
Mhm.
and flooding and all that. It just amazes me as far as if it was a safe entity to be in. You know what I mean?
I definitely wonder that also, especially when you think of like, so the amusement parks became popular around this time because of the World's Fair in 1893, the White City. There actually was then an amusement park in the city called White City, which gets kind of confusing when you're looking through things. But yeah, so that kind of kicked off the like fascination with amusement parks. But when you think about, I mean, okay, so the World's Fair was supposed to be temporary, but it was made out of like paper mache, basically, you know? So when
Yeah, right.
you're like, how much better was this made? Do you think that it was, no, they're just guessing?
Like that picture right now. I mean, is that real brick or is, you know,
Oh, I doubt.
you know, I don't know, it looks very cardboardish, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You zoom in a little? I don't know. It might. Oh, so it's more than I wanted to zoom in.
Well, look at that pillar right there before
Yeah.
the, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I'm looking into too many possibilities here, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt that is brick. I mean, I guess if you went to like Disney World today, that's probably not brick either. It's
Yeah.
nicer paper mache. One of the really cool parts is the carousel still exists. It's the only remaining thing. Let me pull up some other pictures.
Who do we have to buy the carousel back from?
Huh?
Who do we have to buy the carousel back from?
Yeah, that was cool.
Let me pull up the notes. Also, if you want to learn more, we have a little digital or like online exhibit that kind of will go into more details. I'll have some of the similar pictures. So let me pull up the
Ooh.
So it is the only remaining piece. I wish I had the postcard of it at night. I'll have to pull that out. But yes, so it went to Memphis, Tennessee in 1923, and it was at Liberty Land Amusement Park. Whoops.
Went there.
Really?
Really?
So here's an interesting story behind that is my great uncle and aunt, who actually were really kind of my grandparents because my grandparents died when I was really young. But anyway, we used to go to Memphis. They live 4 blocks from Graceland. And then every summer we would go to Liberty Land and also Mud Island.
Oh, I love Mud Island.
So, of course, I didn't know about Forest Park back then. I mean, I'm talking when I was 12 to, 16, 17 years old. But I do remember going to Liberty Land in Memphis. I don't know if it's still there. I think Mud Island is still there, but
Mud Island was there 4 years ago when I was there. Did you
Okay.
go on the carousel at Liberty Land?
I didn't like rides. So no, I liked looking at them, but I did not like going on them. So, and to this day, I don't like going on roller coasters. So
It's now
that's all I got to say about that.
It's the National Registry of Historic Places. Oh, Liberty Land shut down in 2005. So it then went to Ohio and is currently being restored. And we emailed them and they gave us these pictures of it being redone.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Oh, wow.
$5 million restoration, and it'll be it's going to be in the Children's Museum in Memphis again.
I think we should go on a road trip to look at this.
Yes.
Have Forest Park Historical Society field trips. Why not all the way to Memphis? I was thinking the DuSable Museum, but let's go big.
Hey, we can stop for barbecue.
Yes.
Here it is being. I mean, they said that there were 20 coats of paint they had to scrape off just
Oh
Oh my gosh.
redoing it. I'm like, at what point are these even? How is the horse even under there?
Right.
Oh, yeah, I mean.
Beautiful.
So these are from pictures from Ohio.
Yeah. So this is from a few years ago in Ohio. So yeah, that's the one surviving item.
So did the owners sell the carousel and everything, or?
No, the end of the amusement park gets a little murky to me because there was like, I think first they really went downhill, or they lost like a lot of people coming because they started cracking down on prohibition. And then in 1918, there was a fire at the swimming pool, which I have a cool picture of, which is weird, right? The swimming pool,
There's a fire.
All
at
the
swimming
places
pool.
for a fire to be.
but,
Fire.
and that was really even more problematic than you would think, because that was their fire system was pumping water from the pool as their fire extinguishing system. So when their pump room caught fire, they were like really out of luck. So I always love this picture of the swimming pool. And I
Yeah.
wish Jill was here because she knows the connection to the Park District pool that I'm less clear on.
I'm sure the sanitation was unbelievable.
Yeah, I think it was sand bottom.
Oh,
And
really?
Don't quote me on this, but I think the story Jill told us before was that the kids in I guess this was like the 50s, kids were swimming in like the Des Plaines River, but it was getting like more and more polluted. So they resurrected the swimming pool, the original swimming pool, as just like the swimming pool section. And I thought it was where the Park District is, but that doesn't seem right. Maybe I'm mixing this up. Maybe I shouldn't be quoted on any of this, but I know there's a connection. It was a huge pool, but yeah, it was kind of a dirt bottom.
Can you zoom in on that Forest Park swimming pool on the far left side there, that poster?
Yeah. Oops. Yeah. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's one of our historical society dreams is to have a sign making class, like workshop, where we have someone teach how to make like the old style signs.
I would love it.
I love.
Do we
this
know a
around
printer?
here.
Do we know a printer?
We know an artist? Kimberly.
Oh, I have no lettering skills.
Oh, it says it's heated even. Does it say artisanal water? Heated artisanal water?
Yeah, that's awesome.
That what it says?
Oh, yeah, right there. Yeah.
Amazing.
Or
Artisan or artesian, yeah.
Artesian water. That sounds like something you'd hear nowadays.
G. Heileman Brewing or something.
Yeah, right.
You guys should start. We should have the pool in Forest Park start saying it has artesian water in it.
Yes, and they should bring back the swimming suits.
Yeah.
Where's the artesian
my
water
gosh.
sign? I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Let me zoom back in.
That could be our
Come on.
I don't know why it's
I was just reading the sign.
yeah. I really like this one with the lady with the like mask over her face that says I wish she. And I don't even know what the rest of it is. There was kind of another one.
For Nanny.
She's wanted.
Oh, yeah, I hated water.
Oh, and then there, yeah.
I like how that guy's standing right in front of the N, so it could be the water's fire. You don't know. They could have known.
yeah, the water's fire. Yeah, we'll Photoshop that to be a bar.
Come on in, the water's fire.
Oh, here's one of my. We'll just look at some of my favorite ones.
So cool. You feel like you're at the carnival just looking at the pictures.
Yeah, it's really neat.
I really like this like sideshow one. It has such like a creepy feel to it, and you can see they're holding.
It's like a medicine show, right?
Oh my gosh.
She's got like the creepy puppet.
He looks like a puppet.
A
Oh
puppet.
my God, look at that.
Isn't it so spooky?
Is that a snake?
Yeah, she's got a snake and he's got a creepy puppet.
Looks like a
Oh, it's a sideshow.
Yeah. So let me see. I think we have some other.
Ooh, that's scary. Ooh.
That's great.
Old puppets are the creepiest things.
Now look at it says like age 20, like they had a minimum age or something.
Oh. Let's see.
You know what's interesting? Just looking at the people, I mean, they really dressed up for like an event.
Age.
Mhm.
You know?
Although I guess I don't know what people's casual attire at the time was.
Yeah, that's like regular street clothes.
Kind of like a freak show.
Yeah, they had that little. There's. I know there's another picture with some of the bigger banners. I'll have to look for that one. Let me pull up. Yeah, so they had a bunch of shows also. I really like these. Oh, here, good.
Oh,
I don't know as much about.
Oh,
There
cool.
was a time when one of the people who ran it was like, no, it's about the shows. It's about the shows. And then someone else came in and was like, no, it's about giant scary roller coasters. Nobody cares about people dancing terrifying roller coasters. Yeah, so here's the like banners that we're kind of all familiar with now. A cult with a camel's face and only one eye.
Oh dear.
a pig with a
Wow.
hunchback. No, a pig with a human face.
I think I know that person.
A bull with a bulldog head. These are all like really
Oh
weird,
my gosh.
like the deformity zoo.
See them all.
What's the Home I Left Behind? What is that one?
It's like a cow.
It's a very sad cow, apparently. That's a feature.
Oh, goodness, let me zoom when I want to. Oh, there we go. It's just like a cow.
Some penguins.
One of them was the sheep with 6 legs.
A cow with 2 milk bags.
Mm.
Oh, there's the pig with the human face.
It really is a human face.
This would be so inappropriate today, all that.
I know.
Yeah, why leave? I always say that you don't need to leave your house for a freak show because now they have the TLC, the Learning Channel, which is all like this kind of stuff where you're like, come and look at the people with 16 kids and these really short people and these really fat people. So it's still there. It just comes to your house.
What's that say? Captured alive by
Something ship.
walrus?
Walrus.
Something Ship Express, maybe. I don't know. Like,
I
Yeah.
think it says
Walrus-
relief ship,
Yeah, I
a
think
relief,
relief.
relief ship.
Huh.
Oh, Relief, yeah.
Yeah. In the Arctic Ocean? Walrus in the Arctic, is it Arctic?
Yeah, looks like
Yeah,
it.
that's it, yeah.
What's a,
Leave the walrus
I was
alone.
gonna say, what's a walrus gonna do here? Mostly, it seems to be deformed cows. So. Maybe we should take our 10 cents.
Hey, city people, look at these cows.
They're
Don't
all
they look weird?
show. Another, is that a smaller one? Yeah. So they did a whole bunch of different shows. There's another. Oh, this was a really cool. They did like fire reenactment shows.
Oh.
They would like. I think this was They would like fire rescue, which is like funny. I remember going to like some like Miami Vice live show when I was a kid at Universal Studios, and I feel like it was similar. It was just like,
Yeah, I was just thinking of a Universal show that was like that too.
I remember not
Back
having
in the
any idea what the show was, but being like terrified and amused that things were like splashing and catching fires. Same tricks, huh? Here's another little band shell. All right, let me know if you guys have anything specific you want to know, and I maybe know.
I got a couple more stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I guess in 1922, this was part of the ticket collection that I had. So this Hawthorne Club must have been the entertainment for that night. But I like the disclosure in case of car strike. So they must have had a train strike or something. You know what I mean?
Huh.
Yeah, like train car.
Yeah,
Yeah, like transportation, you couldn't get there or something.
yeah.
Huh.
And then I got this one here, which is similar to what you brought up earlier, Alexis. This was admit 1, main gate, Garfield L, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So that where did that come from?
Well, that's the old name of the L line along Congress. It was like the Garfield branch. You know.
Okay.
Park.
So it was a surface line?
Well, I mean, it would have been, yeah, at that point. Yeah, the subway didn't extend as far.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the blue line is the Garfield L line.
And did we mention that the actual entrance to the park was basically the entrance of the expressway at Des Plaines Avenue?
Yeah, I was a little less positive the specifics of it, but I was like, in there a little bit.
Yeah. And on the flip side of this, picnic, which I saw the picnic representation in a couple
Mhm.
past pictures that we just saw. But the season was May 17th to September 4th.
Nice.
That would have been the last season. You said it closed. in
Yeah, I think that would have
2020.
been it. 22, I think, was the year it actually closed.
Yeah.
I think actually after the fire, they like cleared it out and people went back in the afternoon. Like it was reopened later that day.
So I guess, Lexa, I don't know if you have any of these. When you went to the park, you were able to like make some makeshift. They had like a photo area with different, places to take a picture. And these are actually black and white postcards. So you could mail these to somebody after you took the picture.
Doesn't
And
that
then
on it like a ship name or something, Joel?
there's no ship name. It just says Forest Park at the bottom.
Oh, I thought there was one that had like this discriminating name, like, SS Shipwreck or something.
No. And here's a couple more. You could take a picture of people sitting in cars.
Yeah, there's a couple that look like they're sitting in lawnmowers.
Yeah, that kind of
one
looks like a
kinda looks like it.
lawnmower. like the lantern and then the horn, you know. But on the flip,
Oh,
Doesn't that look
yeah,
like hiking
on the flip side was the Forest Park, logo.
lettering?
Yeah.
I know.
2021
And so what's interesting, I just found this out, is that my grandfather, who was born in 1905, I was looking through some mementos and stuff, and my mom took his photo album and made Xerox copies of it. And I looked at one, and he attended the Forest Park Amusement Park at what year, I don't know, but my aunt has the photo album who is sending it to me, but his picture of, this is not her and him, but it's in the car thing. So my great grandmother and my grandfather took a picture like this, and it's in the photo album. And when I get it here, I'll show you guys. But I was looking, I said, man, that looks like a Forest Park, photo thing. So I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Hey, Joel, I noticed when you were holding up one of the tickets at the bottom, it's just kind of a tiny observation, but maybe if you could just show one of them again. I think it was kind of a red ticket, and maybe it was the one that said in case of a car strike.
Oh,
It looked
okay.
like there was a Union printing bug on there.
That is
Yeah,
correct. Yep,
Oh, yeah.
you are
Yeah.
correct.
so maybe unions were big then, huh?
Well, I would have to think, I mean, there was, I'm sure labor was big back then for everything, right? And
Yeah, I just noticed that.
I would have to get a magnifying glass to see exactly what it says. It says 320.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's the local or whatever,
right.
but
Cool.
yeah, interesting stuff. And it's interesting that on this ticket on the backside, I mean, everything it's like Chicago's,
Yeah.
they tied Chicago in. There's that Union logo on this one too.
Oh, yeah.
They tied Chicago in very well because they wanted people from the city, I take it, right?
Yeah, a lot of the postcards will say Forest Park Amusement Park, Forest Park, Chicago.
Yeah.
And I don't know, Joel, maybe you know the timeline better, but at what point did Harlem become Forest
1907.
Park? Okay. I remember, I couldn't remember what came first. I always think Forest Park Amusement Park is the longest, silliest name or
Yeah.
something.
I did come across some interesting information when I was researching just Forest Park stuff. There's a website. This guy set this thing up brilliantly. He covers amusement parks and racetracks, but where the coming off the expressway, or if you look to the right heading south on Des Plaines, there's the ComEd power plant.
Mhm.
Or the electrical, which is right near the parking lot. So the guy that I just mentioned who has this blog, he said that was the location of the original power plant for the amusement park. So I guess they just built upon the land that was already there for the electric. Yeah.
Yeah, well, power used to be like super local. It got consolidated, so that would make sense that they just kind of took the infrastructure and like used it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
I'm gonna show some of our game halls. So there's the skee ball. Look at this. Come on. There we go. I love this like face on it.
oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of see this disapproving lady over here.
9 balls.
She's like, what's going on in there?
Yeah, so they had a bunch of different arcade stuff. Free walk-in. Yeah,
Where's the hot dog stand?
we have a food
There
one.
had to have been a hot dog stand.
No,
I remember seeing one about chili con carne or something like
Oh
that.
yeah, there's one of those. And then they had the Iron Maze, which was used, have the shape of it too. Was used. It was also called the Mousetrap, but they did like some scientific experiments on people. Like some
Oh, nice.
University of Chicago, I think they did some experiments on like, like you do like a lab rat. I think they were like doing different.
So have a couple drinks in the beer
And try
garden.
out the maze.
We have a copy of it. I feel like it was like longer than we really wanted to like invest in everything. But yeah.
I'm sure the lighting was very well too.
I think it
How do
was
I get out?
from above. I don't know actually. I guess I always pictured it being, yeah, it's just like slats.
awesome. I was like,
Oh, so you can kind of see
That would make me
through
so
it.
busy. What is this little guy? Oh, there's a different angle of the Grand Canyon. There's the picnic grove that they mentioned. Let's see. They had some controversial rides, which we would now just call racist, where you could specifically
Oh my.
block people. We had there was another one that was controversial because it was similar and you dipped women and then like their clothes were more see-through. So yeah, that was one of the sketchier ones. You can see the
And the chase through the clouds ride.
and then here's one of the World War I kind of era.
oh, that's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, Terror of the Ocean. I mean, this is not long after the Titanic sank, so like
I think it was tied into
called Terror on the Ocean.
Sounds like fun.
I think it was tied into World War I. Like it was also had like a shoot the Krauts or something involved in the show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So there was
That's
some time period related whatnots.
Yikes.
If we go, let me see. That's awesome. We have a lot of amusement park postcards. Let me pull some of them out.
I wouldn't mind seeing that map again that you first showed, just after we've seen some of these exhibits. It's just like the context of like how much was there, and then that strip of tickets. It's like, wow, there's like 10, 12 different rides.
Yeah, and I think with like the bigger roller coasters, they rebranded them halfway through. So I think that is part of it. Here, let me pull the map back up. Yeah, it doesn't even look like you can see the giant safety coaster went around, and then the chutes went into the lagoon. There was a statue apparently.
Alexis, how far would you say that I know it's looks kind of odd shaped as far as the park. How far did this go, if you can picture where it would be in the 290 expressway?
I'm not I'm under the impression that it fit between the two cemeteries, but 290 was cut into those cemeteries, so it must have been even more narrow than that, you know what I mean? Because when they built 290, they had to take land from either side, and both Forest Home, Waldheim, and Concordia were there at the time. So I guess it would have been kind of the Blue Line 290 area. But I don't know exactly. I've kind of always wondered that because I know they had to move graves.
Is the in the blue where it says the railroad tracks, would that basically be where the blue line is now?
That would be my
almost,
guess, but I don't
yeah.
know.
I mean, it's repurposed now, of course, for the L, but
Well, but it's got like that line that veers off, that's a dead line now that goes right behind where I live. I'm over at the Grove. Yeah, I wonder.
Probably Jackson.
Because that would, so if you picture the viaduct where the train tracks go over currently, if that was all not dug out, that would make sense, right? I mean,
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's basically that line. I mean, even the loop is kind of interesting considering they have the turnaround for the CTA there now,
Mhm.
where it kind of bubbles out, but,
And that would butt right up against Concordia and then like tee into or go into Waldheim, and then they farther down it's narrower.
yeah.
Mhm.
Julie, I was thinking of you with the Rathskeller Ballroom. Did you see that?
Over on the right.
I had to look it up because Rathskeller says a beer hall or restaurant in a basement. So I wonder if there was actually like a ballroom. in a
They
basement.
did have a huge ballroom. And I think one of the last things to stay open was the ballroom because they still hosted like dancing and stuff.
Mhm.
Let me pull up some of the postcards are really beautiful. There's a lot of them.
Mhm.
Here we go.
oh, wow.
Yeah, I really like the night. Yeah, so here it says again, Forest Park, Chicago. Yeah, there's our H building.
Maybe that's the lagoon.
Yeah. So that's definitely the lagoon that the shoot the shoots goes into. Is this the back to it?
Oh yeah, it's got a note on it.
I wish people. It's funny because now whenever I make anything, I always want to put the year on it. Like I always want flyers to say the year on it because I'm like, it's so much helpful in the future. What is this? Just says. I don't know what that says.
Well, it's 1909.
Here's another one, kind of the dedication of it. Look at this guy's sick beard in the front.
Yeah. It's like ZZ Top or something.
Yeah.
I wonder if and there's a big balloon. I wonder if they have those like kind of tied up hot air balloon kind of things.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Boy, that's
So there's
really something.
the streetcar.
Yeah.
What about this thing on the right, Alexis, where it says R.E. or Roberts Architect?
Roberts, a famous architect.
Was that the architect for the amusement park?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm not sure.
Worked under Frank Lloyd
I mean, there'd be an architect for that print or painting? I don't know.
You
George, was that you that mentioned that? That E. Roberts was a famous architect?
No, Sharon did.
Oh, Sharon.
He worked under Frank Lloyd Wright.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He was an apprentice.
I hope Frank didn't rip him off too bad. He liked to rip off his apprentices. There's another one of the entrance. Again, there's the ballroom. It's the same. Oh, that's the same. Some of these I edit because I take out the scratches and stuff, so I end up having like multiple copies. There's the top of the chutes we kind of looked at earlier. So there's our zoological. I don't know where the banners hung in regards to it. But this
Can
one,
you imagine, I'm just putting myself in that like fantasy land of that, I mean, that would just be so interesting.
there's sandwiches, no hot dogs yet, Joel.
Yeah. No hot dogs.
Let's see what else.
I just looked it up and it does say that that its main buildings were designed by E.E. Roberts.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Good. I'm surprised we don't have that in the. I will have to add that to our online exhibit. Because I do really love, obviously, we love those buildings. We made our logo after them. Here's the leaps and dips. 10 cents.
At your own risk, right? I mean, who is the underwriter for the insurance on this? You know,
I don't know. I don't even know when insurance became a common thing. I don't know if anyone's
right? I mean,
been to the City Museum in St. Louis, but it's just like made out of scrap metal. And at the times I've been, I've like cut my pants open. I was like, how is this place insured? It's like a family friendly, like scrap. It's like if you went to like a McDonald's play place, but it was 2 stories high and made out of rebar. It's insane.
oh wow.
And you like climb through tunnels to get to like an old plane you can sit on, and it's amazing. If anyone's ever in St. Louis, I very strongly recommend it. But I'm always like, how is this place insured? They have like a 7-story slide. Ferris wheel.
Going, can I see your insurance writer, please? I just want to look at this.
Here's our giant safety coaster. It must have been, let's see. I wonder if it's the one that was the largest and safest of them all.
Step right up.
So yeah, you can see the chutes came. It's kind of interesting because they had these big coasters, but they were very like integrated into the area. Like now you wouldn't be like hanging out under the roller coaster so much, but it looks like it's like pretty, it's just right next to it. Yeah, your building's 2 inches. I mean, I should say I haven't been to an amusement park in a really long time. I'm scared of roller coasters. Here's our buddy, the merry-go-round. Oh, here's the one of it at night, which I really like.
Oh, that's nice. What was Alexa, can you scroll back, and the one right near the safety door, what is the handwriting
This
on
one?
some of these postcards? Yeah. Miss Brown, Whitewater, Wisconsin. Okay.
Oh, my roommate went to college there.
Published by Franklin Postcard, Chicago. Interesting.
Yeah, here is the carousel once it moved, and this is the Liberty Land brochure they sent us. Oh, here's a fortune teller.
Wow.
German, which is handy around here.
Huh?
I said she speaks German, which is handy around
Oh,
here
yeah.
at the time.
Yeah. That
She's
is
not
helpful.
good. All affairs of life. Answers all questions.
Some of the most sensational secrets.
You give a skeptical mind.
Scientific palmist.
Here's the theater.
And were these like short films, or were they?
I don't know. As I pulled this up, I was like, I actually don't know what they did in this theater.
Yeah, we have to find the movie Redemption and have a screening of it or something.
Every woman, a story with a moral. Oops.
Oh, look at that! Look at that train.
Yeah, there's the streetcar.
Well, Redemption came out in 1917 with starring Evelyn Nesbit.
Does it say what it's about? A story with a moral?
Might not be the same one. Let's see here. The picture doesn't have any nuns on it.
Yeah, I wonder if this is a special day. There's like some big horses.
Same era.
What does that? Can you onto the train car? What does it say at the bottom?
Something. I don't know. Oh, but what is this person right here?
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Yeah, that's
Probably why
freaky.
everybody's staring.
Right, like
The one
suspense.
word on the train that might be union something.
Yeah.
I think that's the name of the train line, right?
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. The back of it. That doesn't say anything. It just says the name. Here's the band shell in all its glory. Here's the entrance to the fire show. We're like, oh, see, look, there's that guy again. Feel like I'm playing Where's Waldo?
I like the band up on top of the,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, apparently that guy just went around and leaned off of things.
what is this? That is goofy.
He's a contortionist.
Here. Oops, sorry, I keep trying to scroll on it and then it turns.
Looks like he's on like one leg. Yeah.
Oh, 'cause this is like,
Was that like a peanut roaster?
I don't know, this was in the other thing earlier.
Fire truck.
Because it was in the one we just looked at was also had the same.
Look at the newest invention, the steam engine.
That's your first food cart, Joel.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's the first,
it's right, oops, right here in this this one too.
Oh, yeah.
That must have been the same day because we got the leany guy and the. This is where you come for the deep historical facts. The leany guy and the whatever this thing is.
This thing over here.
You know, the horse. Another night one. The Sucker Plays night ones. The casino. That's what it says. Let's see if it says.
Yeah, nice.
Do you? What is it? Do you remember this place? Signed.
A friend.
A
This is like a
friend.
threat.
That's kind of creepy.
Miss
September
May
11th,
got
2000.
a threatening postcard.
Postmark to 1909.
Mark, look at that publishing icon in the upper left of the,
Yeah.
Mammon Publishing, or is it Hammond?
Yeah.
Hammond?
Hammy, I'll go with the H.
Yeah, the M is right.
VO. I don't know what that
Your refreshment. I don't know if it's explicitly hot dogs though. I know which one you're talking about. There's like a.
there's a picture that says chili con carne and hot dogs, I think.
Not this one though.
So when I put my hot dog stand up in Forest Park, I want to copy that so I can put that.
When you zoom in
Yes.
And what does that say right above that person's head? What does that say?
That says
Something
steeplechase
different.
entrance. It's the
Oh yeah.
Steeplechase. Oh, okay, thanks.
that which was that horse one. And then we're kind of getting into the posed pictures. And then for some reason we have a collection that someone used for art. I don't know how they ended up in our collection, but there they were.
Oh
Again,
my God, that one's amazing.
That's great.
yeah, it's got like the painting of it.
Kimberly, do you have any, is your creative juices flowing with these pictures at all?
Kind of, yeah. Like especially this one with the four guys.
So
And
we-
they're-
Your ship has come in.
Yes! Oh my gosh. It'd be a great Valentine.
when we did the exhibit on the amusement park, we had students from the elementary school were from a STEM class or STEM group. I don't know if it was a class or if it was an after school thing, but they had made amusement park relate like little smart, simple machine stuff. And then they made a like one of those moons and they had like a heat printer so they could so you could get your picture taken in like a little photo booth. It was pretty cool. Private car. Yeah, this is kind of like similar to what someone sent me. 'Cause it's kind of got the like, it looks like more like a porch than it does a train.
Mhm.
Yeah, these like kind of lawnmower looking. That one looks a little more like a truck or a car. Yeah, so these moons.
Oh, neat.
No, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was
Sit on a moon.
Oh,
Kimberly,
I love
fly
that
me.
one.
Kimberly, fly me to the moon and back. See?
Yeah, there's that one I really thought was a lawnmower. I guess not.
Looks like a lawnmower.
Yeah, I think this is my last one. There's someone coming in to shoot the chutes.
Hold on for your life.
Cool. I don't really have anything else, I don't think. I don't know if Joel has anything or anyone else.
I don't have anything else, no.
Cool. Any other comments or questions?
Yeah, please, feedback.
Was the zoological exhibit at
Hello?
that
What
last
time-
picture? The zoological exhibit, was that like regular animals or was that those freaky animals like with 6 legs?
It was the freaky animals, but I'm not sure. It could have been one and then the other at another time, you know? It's hard to say. Yeah, because I feel like they were really changed stuff a lot there, where like like I said, the ownership went from being someone who was very pro rides and someone who was very pro shows. And it was kind of a short period, but they made a lot of changes, I think. Cool. Well, thanks everyone for coming.
Yes,
We have a lot this week. We have Saturday, we have our virtual speakeasy, and we still have tickets/drinks available. And then Sunday we have the oh, do you have a question, Andrew?
Are the tickets free
For which?
for the drinks?
No, not for the virtual speakeasy. That one's a fundraiser. But we have a quilting exhibit or quilting workshop and on Sunday, and then the following.
Where's that?
What?
Where's that?
It's all virtual. But you can
Do you
pick
have
up.
raffles?
No, it's just going to be a program on quilting, and then the following Sunday we'll have a talk on Paul Robeson.
What time did you start?
The Paul Robeson's at 3, and then the quilting is at 1 this coming Sunday. It's all on our website with all the links to RSVP and get all the details. Is there any? I think that's all we really have in the near future, right? I bet
Yeah.
we'll have May Day, which will be May 1st in the cemetery.
What's next month's history hangout topic?
Oh, I don't know, actually. I was skirting not saying that.
Sorry, I know. I should have looked it up.
I'm not sure. I feel like maybe it's on matchbooks, which I hope Joel remembers because they're his matchbooks. I know.
Yeah, or if you guys watching, like Sharon, if you want to, throw some ideas and, we're trying to build the calendar for our hangout too. So, I mean, there's a little bit of the board just exploring our interest, but
March is Streets of Forest Park and April is Matchbooks. I
Yeah.
found it on the website.
Yeah, so next month we'll be talking about how the streets got their why they're named it and what they were, kind of the history. It's much more interesting. We were like, that sounds boring, and then Jill went on some story that was this is this because of this, and then all of a sudden we had this whole elaborate story, and we're like, actually this is really cool.
Yeah.
The Streets of Forest Park. I think we just have 2 more lined up right now, but they're going well. Our real deep, long dream is that we'll get to have them in person someday.
Someday.
Cool.
Someday.
Questions. Thanks everyone for coming.
Thank you for the presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having it.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Yeah.